Hi, I'm Kirstin Kelly, and today's lesson is on leg yielding on a circle. This topic has been requested by one of my patrons, Sarah and Meredith Williams. So the biggest thing you've got to remember about horses is that they get quite stiff through their shoulders, and so this is a great exercise for trying to get them to loosen up. It's a really good exercise for getting the inside hind leg stepping underneath and getting them to be loose through their shoulders. It's great for getting them to move off the inside leg and into the outside rein. So it's another good exercise for the rider, just for that coordination of being able to push them sideways but actually connect them in the outside rein. There are a couple of problems that you'll face with leg yielding on a circle. One of them is that the horse will bulge out through the shoulder, so instead of staying on a nice circle, he'll be riding sort of triangular shapes because he's drifting out. So that's the first thing you'll need to fix. The other thing is the opposite end of the spectrum. The horses just don't move at all, and that's often a sign that the horse isn't in the outside rein, so he's not prepared to move away from the inside leg. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to keep him on that circle. So I want you to really focus that he has to stay on the circle exactly where you want it. So he's not allowed to bulge out on, see how he's starting to bulge out on one side of the circle? If that's the spot he always bulges out, don't ever leg yield out in that spot. That's the spot you want to avoid. And so if he has a spot where he falls in, that's the spot you want to encourage him to leg yield out. So what you're going to do is you're going to push him over from your inside leg out, keeping him in the outside rein, just snuggled up against the outside of his neck, slightly open with the inside rein so that we're getting a soft bend to the inside, encouraging him to step out through his shoulder and through his centre. So start leg yielding him now by pushing him over from the inside leg. That's it, push him sideways, that's it. So you'll see there you're using a little bit of indirect rein, so the rein is going closer to the wither. That's totally fine. The only thing you've got to make sure of is that if you use only indirect rein and not enough leg, then that's cheating. So it's fine to use a bit of indirect just to start it off, but then make sure that he's moving from the inside leg into the outside rein. So now that we've passed that little bulgy spot, ask him to move sideways now. Push him off that inside leg. That's it, keep pushing him sideways. It's okay, so he's a little bit stressy about that. That's right, you just keep saying to him, let's move over. Perfect, good. You'll see there we had a couple of really nice steps where he crossed over with his hindquarters as well. That was super. Ask for a couple of steps now. Good boy, ask for a few more there. That doesn't look like that's the spot he falls out too much. That's it. And then make a little half circle to change the rein, and then we're going to go and do a little bit the other way as well. So slight open inside rein there just to get a bit of flexion. Or if that doesn't work and your horse is really stiff that way, you could lift the inside rein up. Perfect. And you see how then it just created a bit more flexion just at the junction of his head and neck. And now ask him to leg yield over. So you push him sideways with this inside leg. Good boy. Yep. That's it. Keep pushing him sideways. So you see there, you've got the inside hind leg starting to cross over. That's it. Nicely done. So he's pretty good at moving off both legs. This rein he finds a lot easier just to keep on the line of the circle. That's one of the hardest things, staying on the line of the circle and not losing that shape, because the horses sometimes pop out through their shoulder. That's it. Once again, leg yield out, change. Very good. So really nice steps in and out there. We'll go one more time. Leg yield out maybe just a little bit further. Good lad. That's it. And then change your flexion, indirect rein with that outside rein, and then leg yield back in again, pushing him over from that inside leg. That's it. And then leg yield out again. So if your horse won't leg yield over, so he feels like he just ignores the leg, and I get riders all the time saying he's just ignoring the leg, often what happens is that he's not in the outside rein. Think to yourself that the outside rein is like the edge of a cliff. And if there's no railing there, the horse won't step sideways and move over to it because he doesn't feel safe. You know, and that's what your outside rein is meant to be. It's meant to be like a barrier for him to move and snuggle up to. Push him sideways now, inside leg. So you see there, that's it, he's moving off the inside leg there, that's good. Now, when he goes that spot there, you could feel how you lost the control of the outside shoulder. It dragged you a little bit quicker towards the gate. At that point, I'm going to get you now to just lift the outside rein ever so slightly to just shut the door. So you push him sideways and then you just shut the door. That's it, good job. Change your flexion now to the outside. So you use an indirect rein. That's it, good. And now leg yield towards me. Good, and now change your flexion. And now leg yield out. Good, half halt on the outside rein, so pulse, pulse to shut the door. That's it. So if you feel like the horse drifts out through the shoulder, it's at that point you lift the outside rein up and pulse, pulse and ride him straight. So you abandon the leg yield sideways and actually ride it straight. That's the only way to fix it, because you've got to slow the shoulder down so that then the horse's hindquarters can catch up. You will see a little tag just pop up here with video links. If you're not seeing those, it's because you're not watching the videos through the YouTube app. So if you go and watch it through the app, you'll see these little tags.